The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. After 8 years of waiting, and as a day one owner of the system, I feel it's necessary that I give you guys a 2 week update on how it's doing. So, starting off with docked mode, the gameplay seems really smooth, especially for games like Mario Kart World shown here. I honestly feel that it's a big step up from the original Switch, and the colors are more vibrant due to the HDR. 60 FPS is phenomenal on the system on all games, especially older games from your original Switch 1. It's a little upsetting that Nintendo doesn't have a bigger launch lineup for this year, but they do have Donkey Kong, Metroid, and Pokemon coming out. Moving on to the Joy-Cons. Now, the Joy-Cons here are a little controversial in my opinion. They updated them to add mouse controls. They have more haptic feedback for the HD Rumble 2.0. And overall, I just feel that it's uncomfortable using it as a mouse. People do have adapters you can use that you can 3D print, but I honestly feel that it's just too weird. During times of need, I would find my hands constantly cramping with these thin, narrow, mouse-like Joy-Cons. So much so that it would occasionally cost me my match. Now let's move on to handheld mode. Here we're going to be trying out Street Fighter 6 Demo. Now when I'm not using my Switch in handheld mode, if I'm laying it down on the table, I don't want to use my Joy-Con 2 grip. I want to opt for my Switch 1 Pro controller because it's just not comfortable. There are these air gaps that pop up in the sides of your hands, and it feels weird trying to hold it, and they do dig in. So I just prefer my standard Pro controller. The gameplay though, 120 Hz on handheld mode was absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen this before in a game because I don't have a 120 Hz monitor, and it was just an overall, it was a good experience. It's really nice seeing high quality games like this, AAA games, coming to the Switch 2. Honestly, I hope they keep bringing them. I don't like the key cards, no one likes the game key cards, but hopefully they'll shift away from that, or developers will stop opting for that, as they are struggling right now within the first 2 weeks of release. People buy physical games because they want a physical copy. They don't want a digital code put onto a physical cartridge. That's nuts. I did go on a little trip shortly after the Switch was released, and I felt that I needed a case when I came back. So I ordered this off Amazon, and it feels really nice, and it looks like it'll do the job. So next time I take it on a trip, I'll let you guys know how it does. It's got 24 cartridge holders, little tabs to help you pull it out, and a slot up top to hold things. Now, taking out the Joy-Cons, people were concerned that this adapter, or this plug-in, would break. It is very sturdy. I don't see it breaking anytime soon. The kickstand was something that I worried about, as it was a step down from the OLED in my opinion, as there's just a huge air pocket in the middle there. But it feels sturdy enough. When I pull on it, it feels sturdy enough, so I don't see it breaking. So my concerns are avoided. Now moving on to Switch 1 game upgrades. This is just the demo of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and this has seen a significant upgrade just by playing it on the newer hardware alone. Absolutely insane. 60 frames per second. Granted, it looks like it's playing in 720p, but I think that's how they set it up on the original Switch to avoid frame rate issues, which it had a significant amount of. Ignore my struggles here because I did not realize motion controls were on this game. I only played it with this demo once before. Yeah, taking out enemies just seamlessly was absolutely phenomenal in this. No frame rate stutters whatsoever. And moving on to paid upgrades, These upgrades seem to add a little more to the game, according to Nintendo, and I tried out Tears of the Kingdom for a little bit, and it absolutely is a significant upgrade, just with the 60 FPS alone. And also the resolution has been enhanced, as the Switch 1 was, I also feel like, running at 720p and struggling at 1080p docked mode. Now this here is running at docked mode on my Switch 2, and just look at the raw gameplay there. That's 60 FPS in the rain, lightning. What more could you ask for, really? Now, something you may have noticed is the load time in that first couple seconds there. The load times are significantly improved. Look at that. Super speedy load times, super smooth gameplay. Quality, top tier. Resolution, top tier for a Nintendo console. Absolutely phenomenal. This is what the game deserved when it came out. I was thinking about it while I was making this. I wondered if they should have delayed the game to launch on the Switch 2, which, you know, a lot of people would not have wanted because we have wanted this game for a while. But it could have did it justice. Moving on to battles, because this is something that they struggled with a lot of enemies. I went to a highly populated area that I haven't been to yet and died immediately, just to show you the respawn time as well, because I wanted to test that out to see if it was just as quick. 4 seconds. Now let's move on to the battle. See how quick this goes. I have all 4 of the your assistants, basically. I have all 4 tiers, so I have these assistants that'll help me battle. This will allow me to show you how much can go on at one time without frame drops. Now here's a game that truly struggled on the original Switch. Pokemon Scarlet had an awful launch, which they did fix, but not swiftly. It took them quite a while to get it fixed. But look at that gameplay. Granted, the textures are still questionable. Granted, they did give us a free update, so can't complain. 60 FPS, smooth battles for Ninja. I am excited for Legends ZA, even though the textures do look similar. We shall see how it goes in October. Terra raid battles. Lots going on in these. You got 5 Pokemon loaded up at the same time, battling all together. Usually that would create stutters on the 3DS. So let's just check this out. Make sure everything's stable. Honestly, as someone who bought this system specifically for Mario Kart World and to have their games improved from the original Switch, I have no complaints on the quality of the games that have been pretty much fixed over for the Switch 2. What more could I ask for? This is everything that I really wanted. It does have better Joy-Cons, The mouse mode is questionable, but you can use third-party mice if you want to, and keyboards are supported as well. The grip, I have a Pro controller, so the grip's not an issue. What more could I really ask for? This is an exciting system to be using over the coming years. If you guys made it this far, I just want to say thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.